Okay, this is the assignment, and my assignment was based on telecommunication customer churn rate, and this is a problem statement. I went ahead to do importing of libraries, and after that, I went to the data to, check at least few rows of the data. Then after that, went through the data overview to check the data and see all the number of columns and see if there's any missing data that needs to be omitted or whatever. Then I went straight to data manipulation, worked on the total charges, tried to convert it to float so that I could work with it, because when I tried using it, I was getting some errors without converting it to float. So I had to come here, manipulate the data a little bit, convert it to float. Then did some hotline encoding, and trying to convert the tenor um, and churn and not churn, using hot encoding to, make it for me to be able to use the data to get what I really needed through exploring my data. So under the exploratory data analysis, I went ahead with, you know, getting the customer data attrition, the churn rate, the churn yes and the churn no. Yeah. Then after that, I went to getting the pie plot, the histogram, the scatter matrix, and this was it. The gender distribution of customer attrition for that's for male and female churn customers. This for the churn customers, this for the non-churn customers. So senior citizen distribution in customer attrition as well. Yes, no. Then partner distribution in customer attrition. Then dependent distribution in customer attrition. Phone service distribution in customer attrition. Multiple lines distribution in customer attrition. Internet service distribution in customer attrition. Yeah, and this one has to do with fiber optics, DSL, and no, none of those. Then online security distribution in customer attrition, online backup distribution in customer attrition, device protection, tech support. They're just I just had to do each column basically. That's here. When you check each column like this, I went to each one and created a pie chart for every single one of them. So just went over all of them one after the other, one after the other. Then this is the histogram for monthly charges and total charges, and the scatter plot as well for each one of them, the tenor, the monthly charges, and the total charges. Then went straight to customer data attrition tenor groups. Then did customer attrition in tenor groups. Then monthly charges and total charges by tenor and churn groups. Then yeah, here now monthly charges and total charges by tenor groups. Monthly charges and total charges by tenor groups. So this has to do with the tenor, plotting the total charge against monthly charges. This one is also total charges against monthly charges, but this is by churn group, and the first one is by tenor group. So average charges by tenor groups, average monthly charges by tenor groups, and average total charges by tenor groups. Then monthly charges, total charges, and tenor customer, and monthly charges. Sorry, my laptop is slow. Let me run this. So yeah. Mm, mm, okay. This way. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, you have data processing. Want to data processing straight away. The variable summary. We have all the variables in my data. Then correlation matrix, where I did the heat mapping and trying to know exactly what my correlation matrix are. Then visual data with principal components. These are the principal components in non-churn and the churn. The churn presented the red dots and the non-churn the blue. Binary variable distribution in customer attrition using radar charts. So this is my radar and this is the chart. Uh, yeah, so that's that. Then this is for the churn customers and this is for the non-churn customers. Then baseline model binding or model building. Sorry. Hmm. This is the code and this is what we got using logistic regression and classification report, looking at the precision, the recall, the F1 score, and the support. Then looking at all this, basically, then the smooth synthetic minority oversampling technique. Then, yeah, some of these um, models built or I added in here was not really necessary or whatever, but yeah. uh, this is it for this mode. Then the recursive feature elimination. Sorry, recursive feature elimination. This is it. Logistics. Um, the performance having the true positive rate and the false positive rate, churn and non-churn, not churn, and all that. Then the feature importances. Trying to get out my features from this is very key. So yeah, looking at the threshold, plot for logistic regression, basically. So true total charges, basically. So yeah, then unvariate selection, scores, p-values, scores for categorical and numerical features, categorical, numerical, total charges, tenor, monthly charges. Then went straight to decision tree visualization. This is my decision tree, and this is the result I got. So yeah, decision tree, I got this. Then using top three categorical features from my decision tree, this is what I got. Decision tree classifier, the classification report. This is my precision recall, F1 score, and support. Then accuracy score and area on the curve. Yeah, so this is the graph I got. The feature importances, the three most important features from my decision tree were the contract month to month, the payment method electronic, and the contract 2 year. Then went to the straight to the threshold plot for decision tree classifier, and that was that. So after that, I got this next one. Went straight to KNN classifier, and then running the clear KNN classifier model. This is what I got. The model performance using true positive rate, false positive rate, the churn and the non-churn. The threshold plot. This is what I got. Then visualizing a tree, a decision tree from random forest classifier. this was what we get. This is what I got. Then looking at the precision, the recall, the F1 score, accuracy 77. And yeah, that's all we got. Then the feature importances, starting with the highest to the lowest, know which was more important and which isn't. Then random forest classifier, making 10 trees with random forest. Basically, so we just have 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to 10 basically. So then making 10 trees with random columns selected with recursive feature elimination. Just trying to eliminate the unnecessary ones basically. Then going through Gaussian naive bias or Bayes is what you have. Then support vector machine. This is it. Then model performance for the support vector machine. This is what we get. Then tuning parameters for support vector machine. This is it. And light GBM classifier. This is it. Well, I know it's quite a lot. Not all are really necessary for this particular assignment. I just thought to just add it basically. So yeah, model performances, model performance matrix. Yeah, trying to get the model performance matrix for all these. This is what we get. That's using the output for every model. Trying to get all this basically. This is what we got. The accuracy score, the recall, precision, F1 score for each. That's it. Everything lined out or outlined here. Then compare model matrix. Then comparing them using the accuracy score. This model performance is an accuracy score, recall, precision, F4 score, kappa matrix, and all is what we get here. Basically, this is the comparison. Then confusion matrices for models. This is what you get. Yeah. Then the rock curves for models. This is it. For each model, the 9 models that was listed out, all of them having the accuracy score added to them, basically. Then after that, we have the precision recall curves, basically. So you have all this. There's a precision recall curves, basically. So yeah, that's what I did for my assignment.